was my cousin's wedding, and that's where we met. Started dating soon after that for a very brief time, and then we got engaged. He seemed to be fun. We seemed to get along for the most part, and then it all changed the day we got engaged. I had a great life. I never ever imagined that this could be me.
I was a high school teacher in the UK and he was here in the US. He said that me being in his life improved the quality of his life. We had our moments, but I very quickly started to realize the reality of what he had to offer. I thought I was assertive and smart and educated, and that things like this would never happen to me, but they did.
I was living in Dubai, he was living here. We talked for a couple months, asked me to marry him. I had a dream to be a happy wife. I feel I get disappointed every single way, every single way.
What do you want me to say? Are you kidding me? You just go out and do whatever you want. Are you serious? Unbelievable. I married you?
I was isolated from my friends, from my family. I have 3 children. We were tortured over and over again, eaten, threatened. We would drive around for hours to make sure he wasn't home.
And I'll come back and within 200 yards of the house, I wouldn't want to come back home to that negative, toxic atmosphere.
I cannot step out of the house myself. I'm being locked from everywhere. So only the way exit is in his way.
The physical, verbal, emotional abuse continued throughout the 18 years. It just changed into different forms. The first 10 years were mostly physical abuse.
He became quite violent with me at some point. It was verbally to start with, as if get out of the way, basically. It's that constant feeling that I am invisible, and whenever he sees me, he sees a big hurdle to his happiness, making it very hard for me to make any move without watching myself.
All what I was thinking about, how I can leave the house. Do I can survive until tomorrow? And that time I said, okay, I might die and I have no one here. Who's going to know I'm alive or dead?
It was about control. We would make sure that we did whatever he wanted, anything to just have peace in the home. But I realized that no matter what I did, there was no peace, and that he chose to be this way. I knew that I had to do better and I had to get out of that situation. My children don't deserve to live in that type of environment. The reality was the cycle repeating itself.
I was having injury in my head, all my neck. He told me, until your injuries heal, you're not going nowhere. I was going to school that time and I convinced him. I convinced him to leave the house. I promised him, I swear, by everything I have, I'm not going to say nothing. Yes, I lied, but I want to survive. He dropped me to school and they find access for me. They saved my life.
In one of my walks, one of my neighbors noticed that my health was declining, everything was declining, and she told me about access. I came a couple of times for legal consultations, and I finally realized that there is a way out of that awful situation. Nobody should go through that, but at the end of the day, it does happen. Human nature is not perfect, but thank God for the people who understand that and hold your hand through the path of recovery.
The way the program is designed is that it's very person-centered. It's exactly what they need, what they find best for them and their families. We don't make those decisions. We are just here to support them, to guide them, and to make sure that they have the tools and resources to get out when they're ready to get out.